Hi Taurus, so I hope that you are doing well. This is a general reading for any sun, moon, or rising Taurus. We'll see the big ideas or awareness for the week. We'll get some guidance, look at possible outcomes, and we'll get additional information from the oracle cards. So let's just go ahead and get started with your reading. Okay, so this card wanted to be known. So for the awareness of the week, the card that jumped out was the World, Major Arcana. In fact, this is the final card of the Major Arcana. This is a card of completion, of reaching your hopes, your dreams, your goals, and feeling pretty good about it. This is a chance for you to celebrate, to be recognized for your efforts, and to take strength from your journey. Everything that went in to accomplishing this goal or this phase of your life. Nothing is ever given for granted or taken for granted. Nothing is ever easy. And so we learn to deal, we learn to cope, we learn to problem solve along the way. And the world tells us to be happy for what we've accomplished. And that, perhaps we feel more whole as a result of what we've been able to do. And so the thing to think about is, as this cycle of your task or your project or whatever it may be that's come to a close, what's next for you? What will you be hoping to do next? What will you bring into your world? And how will you impact or affect the world going forward? So then we have the Six of Cups in terms of awareness for you. So the awareness here is, this is a card about gentleness. It's about kindness and consideration, of treating each other with this very simple, loving way. It's also a card of perhaps thinking about past times, about the memories that we've had, the good memories, finding comfort in our memories, finding solace. It also can suggest that maybe you're going to be revisiting or reconnecting with someone from your past. So whether you are in your old town or visiting friends from your former job, there's a sense here that you might be dealing with the past this week. And, the only thing to mention is that we don't want to live in the past. We don't want to always be thinking about the glory days of high school or of, middle school, whatever it may be. We want to appreciate those memories and put them in a good place in our life, but then we need to move on. So, whether you are trying to recapture a feeling from the past, relying on the comfort of a memory from the past, or actually meeting with someone, this is the possibility here for that. Okay, so for the Queen of Cups, for guidance, the Queen of Cups is a energy or a person within your life, someone who is mature, someone who is really wise. And in addition to being wise, there is a sense of a very keen emotional intelligence, someone who really understands the sensitivities of people's emotions and expressions and how they're feeling. So she can tune right in. So whether this is something that you would be needing to benefit from, of using the attributes of the Queen of Cups, of being tuned in to those around you, your family, your loved ones, your partner, your spouse, or your children, of listening, of providing unconditional love and support without expectation, of going with the flow, just trying to be calm and serene and to have emotionally rich experiences, but not to be an extremist when it comes to emotions. So this Queen of Cups, water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, So, whether you are working with someone, you have someone like this in your family who can be supportive to you, or you're providing that support to someone else. It's part of your overall picture, and perhaps you are providing support to someone from your past. You are the ear, providing the ear for them to talk. Your guidance also includes this sense of discovery, the sense of wanting to seek knowledge, wanting to build your experience base. And, this is at any age, we can get excited about doing something. So perhaps as you are ending the world phase, which is here is the world, as you're ending this cycle, you may be thinking about what's next, and you may have to study. You may have to read, research, get in touch with people. That's going to help you gain experience with whatever it is that you choose. This card is about studies. It's about being devoted to your work, being excited about what you do, that you're willing to put in the effort to understand what you want to do. So, for example, if you were learning how to sail, perhaps you're reading online and maybe you're taking classes learning how to sail, and then you're perhaps getting a boater's license or something like that. But there's a sense here of study, but of the desire behind it, of wanting to learn, of wanting to increase your knowledge. The page is this youthful energy and earnest and sincere in their desire to become more experienced within their suit. So we have, as possible outcomes, we have two knights to the rescue. We have the Knight of Cups. Again, someone who is tuned in intuitively, sensitive and loving, very romantic, offering you here maybe the Holy Grail, offering you the opportunity. So perhaps, we see a lot of cups in this reading. This is a week about emotions. This is a week about feelings, how you're feeling, who you're meeting with. If you're in the dating game, and if you're single, whether this is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone who has these attributes of charming and good looking and dreamy and poetic, someone who brings flowers, reads poetry, probably likes to see romantic movies, whatever it may be, there's this opportunity. So maybe this is door number one or choice number one if you're in the dating game. If you're not, then this again is the opportunity to have this emotional connection and to express how you feel, focusing on feelings, expressing them, telling someone that you care, telling someone that you're there for them, listening. So back to the dating game, that if we are dating and if you are looking and seeking and maybe spending time meeting people, here's another type of person, another knight, but very different than the Knight of Cups. This Knight of Wands is all about energy and charisma and attraction and passion, and maybe this is someone that you meet and you feel this immediate connection to, and things progress quickly, and it could be a night of passion. Often, the Knight of Wands is about passion. So whether it is the passion for the new path that you're going to take and the studies and the desire behind it to learn, or if this is in terms of love, of having that chemical reaction to someone where you really enjoy their company and you're just kind of dazzled. They're charming, successful, driven, ambitious. However, they need stimulation. They need people to keep up with them. And so if you are maybe too low key. You know, you have to see how things work out. But the Knight of Wands is someone who is ready to be on an adventure, take an adventure on short notice. Let's go, pack your bags, we're heading out of here. The Knight of Cups, meanwhile, may be talking about it, but perhaps in follow through having a harder time getting it done. This is an interesting reading in that we simply have the World card as your major card, which is a cycle or a goal has been completed. And you feel good, you feel whole, you feel fulfilled. Something or someone has triggered this feeling of memories, of capturing the past, and perhaps making you feel good. And then we have loving, supportive energy, intuitive. We see these cups here, expression of love, showing love, consideration, kindness, and unconditional love coming from the Queen. The potential here for a really nice emotional connection with someone. An offering here. And then the Knight of Wands is perhaps another offering, but just in another style. And perhaps this is the Knight of Wands is speaking to you to say, follow your dreams, follow your passions, figure them out, and go do them. Why are you waiting? The next chapter of your life is here to be written. And whether you are pursuing a relationship or whether you're pursuing a pastime or a new career, the Page of Pentacles helps drive the knowledge base and the getting more experience. So let's get a little more information from the Oracle cards. And this is for meditation or focus area for the week. The resting tree, patience and stillness. So she's fast asleep, resting, very still, very private and secure here. I would say that this is a message for you to think about being patient with the opportunities that you're having for the week. If you're meeting a lot of people, if you're connecting or reconnecting, if you're meeting with people for support, meeting people to date or to create business plans with, it's to be patient. Everybody moves at a different speed, and everyone has to move at what's comfortable for them. Okay, so now we're going to choose a card for spirit or emotional self. Law of Attraction. This is a wonderful card. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. And it is about the law of attraction, which you think is vitally important, how you set your mindset. So for whatever you're hoping the next chapter to be, in terms of emotional connections, relationships, opportunities, set your mind into really the list of kind of characteristics or attributes that will make you happy. And now finally, let's choose a card for love, and we'll see what we have for love. Empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. And this is a beautiful card, and it right off the bat makes me think of the Queen of Cups, empathetic, sympathetic, and compassionate. I also feel that the message of empathy is very much embedded within the Six of Cups, of this gentleness and consideration as you love someone else. Those are the qualities that are needed. This is what I have for you for the week, and I hope that you found something helpful here today. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, or comment. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.